In this video, me and my friend here, Rich from Rich Words Music, are going to play a game, and we're going to play top trumps, and we're going to be comparing different guitarists from the early 2000s. It's an area that we both have a reasonable knowledge of, so we can put that knowledge to the test. So we've gone through and graded the players already, so we're good to go. So we're going to quickly distribute the cards and see who really is the champion, the king of knowledge of 2000s guitarists.
What are we grading them on?
We are grading them on tone, technique, riffs, and influence. And I recently played this game with our mutual friend, the Tone King. We did 80s rock guitarists because we're both fans of 80s rock and 80s rock guitarists, but we are also fans of the early 2000s era guitarists, and we're gonna play this game starting now.
Let's do it.
Do you want to shuffle and distribute?
Shuffle. I'm not a card person, really, a card game person, so I don't know how to shuffle, but I can do this.
What's your favourite card game?
I was recently introduced to, by my nephews and nieces, a game called Uno, which is about as complex as I probably get when it comes to card games.
Uno's
Never really
best.
played it before, and it's surprisingly addictive and fun, but
I'm not into card games either, but Uno.
when adults play cards, I just don't get it. It's just too complicated. Yeah, I don't have the patience for it. Yeah, Snap's all right. Still don't know how to play that. Don't know how to play it.
Solitaire's cool. You'd like Solitaire?
I think is Solitaire the card game that you used to get on old PCs? Yeah, okay. Shall I deal?
Yes, please.
Where you have to make like lines of...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The good thing about it is you don't need to interact with other humans.
Yeah, I see the advantage of that. You can play it in a location where someone might not walk through the tent that you're in and disturb you, yes.
Okay, so, first up, who's going first?
You go first, it's your video.
Well,
You got a bad one. Did we pick any bad ones? Oh, I've got a good one.
it's one that I don't have a great deal of knowledge on, and when I admit that I don't on this specific person, it's going to ruin my credibility completely. So I'm going to go influence an 8.
I've got influence 8, so we've drawn.
Okay.
Pick another one.
Technique, no, tone 7.
I've got tone 6, so you win.
But I think people are going to be quite annoyed that you gave him tone 7 actually, because I didn't really have enough experience to grade his tone. But I think people are going to be like, surely he's like a 9 or 10. So I've got John Mayer.
Yeah, 7, that's fair.
Okay, he just threw himself under the bus. Fine.
I mean, who's 10 when it comes to tone? Does John Mayer have the best tone? I know him as a guitar superhero, but not as a tonal superhero.
I think there's a lot of people that would disagree with you.
Yeah, and I mean,
Paul Reed Smith. He might fight you.
he might. I mean, he can bring it on. That'd be a good video. But like, yeah, for me, 7 is fair. But it's personal taste, isn't it, this whole thing? And when you find out that I've got tone 6 for Jim Root of Slipknot, I think many people would disagree with that as well.
That's true. That's true.
Would you say that John Mayer has a better tone than Jim Root? It's very hard to compare.
It's so different. It's a perspective kind of thing, isn't it? It's like within his genre, they both probably held in quite high regard.
Yeah. I think with these categories as well, we've got tone, technique, riffs and influence, and I'm pretty sure that with John Mayer he'll be scoring more highly in the others. You know, like he's so renowned for his technique these days, especially his, well, not especially, but also his acoustic fingerpicking technique. His riffs are kind of copied by everyone who plays guitar
You say that, but
days.
you gave his riffs a 4.
Oh, I don't know what I was doing the day we picked these numbers, but an influence, I'm guessing he's very high on that as well.
8.
Yeah,
So
exactly, yeah.
I'd say he's got more influence than Jim Root.
Again, I feel like you push it to the respective genres, and Slipknot is the biggest 2000s kind of proper metal band out there.
So
they changed so much.
Yeah, I mean, if you take the influence, if you said to most people on the street, who is Jim Root? Who is John Mayer? More people are going to know John Mayer.
Yeah, but everyone watching this is a guitar player.
Yes.
What did we say for influence on John Mayer? 8, so we've scored them the same. Yeah, maybe you guys, you can put in the comments what you would have scored them for influence.
But either way, all that matters is that I won.
Ultimately, yeah, that's all there is to it. Life. You can pick the next one then. Ooh.
Influence 8.
6.
I like winning.
Okay, good for you. Who have you got then?
I got Tom DeLonge.
Yeah, influence 8.
You can't argue with
could
that,
even be higher, like one of the godfathers of...
I mean, I'm biased because,
2000s pop punk
for me, that
revival,
was like my generation. He was the probably the person that got me into the guitar more than anybody else. So
Yeah, me too.
I'm definitely biased in that kind of.
Blink, Green Day, Newfound Glory, Sum 41, like that sort of foursome was just like hugely instrumental on me. And I've got Ray Toro from My Chemical Romance, who were and still are huge, but I've given him an influence of 6 because kind of as a guitar player, like he's incredible, but I don't know if My Chemical Romance are kind of known for that kind of
And again, that's our bias because, I mean, My Chemical Romance were around when I was sort of taking all this in and being influenced by this kind of thing. But Blink for me were a bigger influence. But I think that, you know, that sort of 2006 to 2010 kind of time, that they were just huge.
Yeah.
Like way bigger than Blink, but then Blink had disbanded by that point.
Yeah. And I think with My Chemical Romance, the guitar influence on the band is less than certain other aspects to it. Kind of the whole look and the whole philosophy behind the band. And obviously Gerard Way had his whole huge fan base, and I think the influence of My Chemical Romance will be kind of in the future felt more from that side than from the guitar player's side, even though they're both incredible.
More people have picked up a guitar because of Blink-182 than My Chemical Romance.
We can say that, and therefore in that case that's fair. That's for me an easier to accept decision than the John Mayer Jim Reed one. That's for sure.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So we gave them both a 5 for tone. I would have given Tom DeLonge, especially in the studio sense, a higher grade for tone.
Yeah, maybe you could. I mean, his super fast palm muting was always what influenced me to try and get faster at doing that. And he had this lovely sort of juiciness to his chugs. But otherwise, for tone, I mean, I think with pop punk, a lot of it is about production.
Yeah.
But I think I possibly prefer Sum 41 and Green Day for pure guitar tone.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe even Newfound Glory as well. But then I'm taking into account, you know, the dual guitars doing their thing as well. And that's a tough one.
Yeah. Okay.
But Tom DeLonge could score higher in everything. Technique, we gave him a 3, didn't we? And like he's also very low. He's an incredible guitar player, but I remember like whenever I saw them live back in the day, he was a very loose player because they were having so much fun, I guess. That doesn't really relate to his technique, but it's just, I guess, that in my head pushed them down a little bit. Yeah.
And do you know what? This is something I think about sometimes. I think that's actually a good thing because I feel like it gave loads of people my sort of age the confidence to do it because they see something like that. He's up there doing it.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the song that I was always having the biggest problems to learn, it was the intro to, What's My Age Again? It's clean, you're up at the top of the fretboard, you're moving the index finger quite fast across 3 different strings and you're playing these clean arpeggios. And when I heard him do it live, I was like, this is not perfect. And that means I don't have to be either.
And you see the concentration, he's like bent over it, he's really trying to get
got his guitar all the way down there. And it's so different to how it is now with kind of the world of the Instagram guitarist perfection. Yeah,
definitely.
So I love that. So what did we put him for influence? 8. Probably should be a 10, shouldn't it? Based on what we've just said.
Yeah.
Anyway, he won. You're good.
Who won?
He won.
I won.
And you won. You and Tom won. Ooh.
You can go.
Is it me picking this? I feel like the numbers on this card are also going to cause consternation with the audience. But let's go with Riffs 7.
Riffs 8. You're going to strongly disagree with this because
is this someone you've picked the numbers
you
for?
left this up to me to sort out, and you're going to disagree completely.
It's all relative, but who you got?
I've got Adam D from Killswitch Engage.
Oh yeah, they've got loads of great riffs.
Yep. And for that moment,
is he responsible for most of the great riffs?
Yeah,
because there's 2 guitars in that band. Yeah, okay.
Like, I think he takes on like the producer kind of role, main songwriter role in the band as well. So.
See, I've got Riff 7 with my guy, but again, when you hear him, when you guys at home hear him, you might think that's also underselling this because it's Matt Bellamy from Muse.
Yeah.
And this is another one of we've got influence 6 on Matt Bellamy, but again, a huge guitar influence on me when I was younger because back in the day they had so many great riffs. Obviously everyone talks about Hysteria, which is a bass riff, but
before
songs
that,
like Stockholm Syndrome and stuff like that.
And before that, like
so many great riffs.
The Showbiz album and Origin of Symmetry.
Yeah.
Such good albums.
So many great riffs. I mean, he's an incredible musician. Like if you've seen them live as well.
Oh, like as an all-rounder,
his piano playing and stuff is like vocally, so good.
Yeah, songwriting, vocally, guitar playing, piano playing. He probably does other stuff that I'm not aware of. He's such a good, well-rounded musician.
Yeah, and incredible
creative.
vocalist as
Yeah.
well. Yeah. And he's got guitars with chaos pads on them as well, so he was pushing the boat out in that way as well.
Sustainiacs and pedals built into the guitars.
What a guy.
I remember back, like, when they first started, he had like a Wolfgang. And he had like, all kinds of weird stuff going on with that. And, which was so weird because it's such like the opposite to like a Van Halen kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I won't say it's the anti-Van Halen, but it's like total other side of things.
In a way, though, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I did want to say that. I just didn't want to.
Yeah. But yeah, riff 7 for Matt Bellamy.
Riffs 8 for Adam D.
I mean, yeah, I guess I can live with it. I mean, The End of Heartache for me is like a very important album, and all of the songs have so many great riffs in them, so I'll give you that.
For me, it became like the blueprint for that metalcore kind of sound from that point onwards.
Have you heard the most recent Muse song? I forget the name, but he's playing an 8 string on it, and the riff to that is huge.
Really?
Yeah, you got to listen to it.
I'll listen to it
It's
tonight.
really good.
Look at that.
Yeah, you've won literally every round so far, but you won't win this one. You will not win.
Do you know what? I will
might
win this one. And
I've
you're the one who graded this.
I've got probably the lowest scoring card, and people are going to be unhappy with this. But I scored it.
You scored this one as well, so you shot yourself in the foot here.
I've messed up here, but it leads to debate, so that's good.
Oh, I know who you got.
What you got?
Yeah, well, you got to pick the number.
I've got to pick the number. I'm going to go with...
I bet it's a 4.
No, I'm going to go with Riffs 6.
Is it the Strokes?
No.
Oh, okay, Riff 6. I've got Riffs 9, and you gave him a 9.
I've got Riffs 6, and it's Brad Delson from Linkin Park. I scored him so lowly. I'm really sorry.
You should have let me have my way with him, and you would have won.
I did say you could, but yeah, I'm really sorry. Yeah.
So I gave.
So
you gave
Riffs
a 9. Who do you reckon you gave that to?
I would have said the Strokes, but who did I give a 9 to? I can't remember who else is on the list. Give me a clue. Give me a hint.
He's very not colourful. Almost like a lack of pigmentation.
Trying to think of an albino guitar player who...
You're so close.
Jack White. Oh, God. Yeah, Riffs 9.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah,
I can't argue with that because I never really listened to too much White Stripes or what was his other bands? Raconteurs?
The Raconteurs, Jack White's solo stuff. I mean, what do you think of when you think of the White Stripes or Jack White?
That song.
Which song?
The one that everybody plays.
The one that everybody plays, that's played in football stadiums and sport grounds
around
the world.
You made your point,
week.
yeah.
That is a legendary riff, and it's so simple.
Yeah.
But he's got so many other great ones. Listen to his solo stuff, listen to the White Stripes, and he's so creative with it as well. And he'll use things like a whammy pedal to such different effect.
He's another one who's recently started using the Wolfgang EVH style guitar, isn't he?
Yeah, he has, for some stuff, yeah.
Which again he is surely like the anti-Van Halen kind of 80s rock sort of thing.
You would think so in some ways, but he's actually very much like a guitarist's guitarist as well. And a very, very talented player, despite like... Often you might think that these garage rock guys are very much raw and just kind of doing a bit of white noise when they solo, but he can do it. He's very, very talented guy.
I will check out more of his stuff.
So he had a 9 for riffs. And I gave Brad from Linkin Park a 6 for riffs, but I feel like I've drastically underscored them in every category because they have been one of the biggest bands for so long. But again, do they have that many guitar riffs that define their songs? I don't know that they do.
Hybrid Theory is, I think, was it the biggest selling rock
Cut,
album for
in history, pretty much,
since like the year 2000. It's up there in like I think the top 5 at least.
Would you say that the guitar is integral to the hits that they had?
No, but it was a different approach to guitar, or at least like a different approach that was pushed to the mainstream.
I always loved watching him play live with his big headphones on and stuff. He seemed to be in his own world completely. But one thing I can say about him is, even though I've scored the riffs lowly, I will say that everything that he played was always for the song kind of thing. Like, it slotted in so well. But
it was almost like everything was done from like a production perspective.
Yeah.
There's no ego there. It's purely serving the song.
Yeah. But... going up against Jack White in that sense, I'm 100% happy to say that I think I prefer Jack White's riffs. No question.
Yeah, and for me, it's a taste thing because back when the White Stripes came around, like I wasn't into that at all. Like, the whole like garage rock thing.
Yeah, the garage rock revival was
Like
my
Strokes,
jam
Hives,
back in the
White
day.
Stripes, everything like that.
I love all of those bands. Yeah. So
They were all being played at the same time. You'd have like a Hives song, and then you'd have like Evanescence, and then you'd have the Strokes, and then you'd have Linkin Park.
that was the last era when there were consistently guitar bands in the charts, like actually selling well and being played on radio and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I read recently that, well, maybe you can see if you can guess it. What was the last USA Billboard chart-topping song that was kind of a guitar-based band? And it is from this era.
From the 2000s.
Yeah.
Nickelback.
Yeah, How You Remind Me. That was the song that I read,
yeah.
and that's how long it's been. But back then, there were so many bands doing that. You know, Stained were kind of one of the big like competitors to Nickelback and stuff like that.
But you would hear this on regular mainstream radio.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, you'd see it on Kerrang TV, but you'd also... This is how people, see it on MTV.
Yeah, it'd be everywhere. And now, guitar is becoming a bit less mainstream,
You have like
unfortunately.
pop bands, boy bands, and then Nickelback.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird.
Yeah. Great times.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Are you happy with Brad Delson losing that
I mean,
round?
I'm happy to win. Personally, Brad Delson over Jack White, but...
You win. I think I've already lost this game, to be honest with you. Oh, but I've got a powerhouse here.
Who...
I'm not going to tell you who it is.
Riff 7.
Riff 6. I think the people who watch your channel are probably going to be slightly less familiar with this chap. But,
Same here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
Have you got the Strokes?
I have.
I've got Johnny Greenwood from Radiohead.
I'm way more...
Who's an absolute legend.
Yeah, I know way more about Johnny Greenwood than I do the Strokes.
Yeah.
So the Strokes is is two guitar players, and because I wasn't sort of overly familiar with them, I've sort of like put them both into one because I wasn't sure, is he responsible for the leads? Is this one the songwriter? So maybe you can tell us about the two guitar players from the Strokes.
Yeah, so the two guitarists in the Strokes are Albert Hammond Jr., he plays a Strat, always on the middle pickup, and you've got Nick Valenci, who is the other one, and he has, he actually had a signature Epiphone semi-acoustic with P94, stacked P90 pickups in it, a Riviera, and that is a really great guitar. Find one and buy one if you can, but they're hard to come by. But
are they really expensive now?
Yeah, they've gone up in price because they're long discontinued. But what's amazing about the Strokes guitar for me, what category on riffs?
7.
Yeah. The Strokes have so many simple guitar lines. Quite often, Albert Hammond Jr. will just be playing octave chords, but they intertwine and work together so well, with the bass too, and they just combine to make such epic songs out of such beautiful simplicity.
All on the middle pickup?
He's never not on the middle pickup.
Do you know why he chooses that?
I think he just...
It's a very unusual kind
I think when he started out, he thought that sounded best and he stayed with it.
It's normally the kind of least used sound generally.
Yeah, exactly.
On a Strat, isn't
but
it?
that's one of my favourites on a Strat because I love what he does.
I haven't really spent any time on it.
Yeah, and they have guitar solos in their songs as well, but again, like they have so many riffs where you can just hear one or two notes and you instantly know what it is and it'll get you in the mood straight away. Like Last Night is going to be the most famous one, and that's just a C octave chord that just starts, and that's it. You know straight away what it is. That's iconic for me. But of course, Radiohead also have so many, and you've got up to 3 guitars often playing in unison there. And
So
like,
it's him, Ed O'Brien.
Ed O'Brien, and then Tom York as well.
Right. Who do you think of as the Radiohead guitar player?
I think most people often just associate Johnny Greenwood with it because he has kind of the mystique and the sort of rock star element to him, whereas Ed O'Brien is just a super solid, amazing player, and he's definitely more of a guitarist's guitarist. But people think of Johnny Greenwood as being like the guy in Radiohead, which, you know, he deserves, but is also maybe unfair in a way because there are other guys doing it. And Tom York has some amazing guitar parts, and if you're into acoustic stuff and some different tunings and that, on their more experimental records, he's fantastic.
Are you quite into Radiohead then?
Radiohead is an interesting band for me. I never used to like them, and as I've grown older, I've started to understand more and more how good they are, and you sort of peel back the layers of their songs and you realise, wow, this is so good, and as I get older I like them more and more.
They strike me as one of those kind of bands that are not, they kind of like are against playing the hits live. Is that right to assume?
Yeah, they are kind of like
The kind of band
yeah.
that would resent playing Creep.
Yes.
Right.
That they are that kind of band, and they did sometimes get labelled as being pretentious and stuff like that because they are that kind of indie rock band, I suppose.
How
But
do you feel about that? Bands that take that sort of approach to the hits.
there are a few bands that do that, and one
Yeah.
of my favourite ever bands, Reuben, I don't know if you know
Yeah, I know
Reuben
Reuben,
from
yeah.
back in the day, they didn't like to play Freddy Krueger, which was their biggest single live. I mean, they did, but they didn't usually like to do it, and I feel like, in a way, I don't like it, but I understand why bands
Yeah.
don't want to do it, because, you know, if you're out there night after night and people are just shouting for Creep or Freddy Krueger or whatever, it's like, okay, we do other stuff as well.
Yeah.
Because the band puts their heart and soul into everything that they write, but it's like everyone's only here for that one song, and if you're at a festival or something and you play it first, what are they going to do then? Leave or whatever? It's
I had that
it's
experience recently with Finch. Like, you could tell they were just going through the motions on like Letters to You or What It Is to Burn, and they were just, and the rest of the set was just obscure tracks, and you could tell like the audience were just like, why are they doing this to us? If they could play so much of that first album and they'd play like the occasional track, everyone would go mad.
yeah.
And then silence, like, you know what you're doing.
Yeah. But it must be a little bit disappointing to be in a band in that situation where you've got such a sort of varied output and so many albums that you think are great and on the same level, but everyone only wants to hear those one or two classics
I
or
get
that one
that,
album.
yeah.
But as a fan, I have to say, like, if I went to a gig and my favourite band doesn't play my favourite 2 or 3 songs, I will leave slightly more disappointed than I would have otherwise been.
I just think it's a lack of appreciation from the bands. Like, I feel like they should appreciate the position that they're in more.
Yeah, but with someone like Radiohead as well, I mean, they've been playing as a band for, what, 30, maybe even almost 40 years, I'm going to say. Like, they have tens and tens of albums. Like, how long do you want the live show to be to play everyone's favourite song, you know? Cut it down to 90 minutes, play a greatest hits set. You're always going to miss out on something.
It's a nice problem to have.
It is, isn't it?
Looks like I win.
That's a nice problem to have. Oh, interesting
I
one.
think you might win, unless you pick one specific.
Am I picking?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going with Tone 8.
You did well. Because if you picked Technique, I would have got a 10. So who have I
We've got a 10 for Technique.
2000s guitarists. Think around sort of 2006, the Guitar Hero, the game. I think they gained a lot of their fame from the Guitar Hero game.
I never played the Guitar Hero.
No,
game.
neither did I. But
Are we going? Could it be Avenged Sevenfold, Sinister Gates?
No.
I don't know. Who is it?
Dragon Force.
Ah, it's Herman Li. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fair.
So you picked, what was it, Tone?
I
8?
picked Tone 8 though.
I'm trying to think who you could possibly have.
And for Technique, I've got a 6. Although I feel like that might be slightly underscoring this player.
Go on, who have you got?
I've got Wes Borland of Limp Bizkit fame.
Everybody that goes to see them live is like, you should hear the guitar tone. I haven't seen them live, but one of the first things they say is like, obviously the energy of the show, but guitar tone live is supposed to be like amazing.
Yeah.
And again, it's one of those things where the guitar, in a lot of the tracks, it doesn't really take like a primary role, does it? It's kind of set back a little bit. Almost in the sense of like, same sense as like Linkin Park.
Wes Borland is very much like a
Textures.
textural player, exactly, yeah. But he brings the riffs when he needs to.
Yeah.
Break stuff is the one that everyone, again, like he just needs to play those 2 little power chords and everyone's like, yeah, it's on, sort of thing. But yeah, for Technique 6, I mean, he's a pretty sort of virtuistic player, isn't he? But again, he plays for the songs. So in that sense, I guess that's why we've scored it.
Yeah, and if you compare
6.
like somebody like Herman Li or the Polyphia guitarists as a 10, I think it's,
It's got to be a bit lower, yeah. Yeah, it's all relative, isn't it? But yeah, Tone 8 I think is fair for this.
Yeah, and I don't think
Dragon
Herman
Force,
Lee's,
maybe not. No.
Herman Lee's like not really known for. He's more of like the playing, the impressive playing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Have you seen that newish it's a PRS SIG that you got?
Yeah.
Very
What do you think
interesting
about
looking
that?
I don't know. I'd love to hold one in my hands and just feel it, but it's.
Have you seen the carve?
The weirdest thing is where you plug in the jack
Yeah.
input and you've got this kind of lump on the body, but it's so thin.
Yeah.
The rest of it, yeah. I'd love to try one of those. But
Yeah, I'd love to hold one and like just sort of. Yeah. No,
I watched the Phil McKnight video about it, and that was great. But I don't think we'll ever see one of those. Maybe at the NAMM show,
I think
they'll
there
have
was
one in a case somewhere.
200 made.
Yeah, and they were very pricey as well, weren't they?
Like 8,000, 6,000, 8,000, something like that. But He bought one, didn't he? He bought that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And his comment was that he didn't think it was that overpriced. Because you compare it to like the Orianthe one, which is basically just a standard PRS, and that was like 10k.
Yeah.
Whereas this is everything about this guitar is totally customized.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's an interesting one. I respect the fact that PRS did it.
yeah,
It's great that they did. And 200 wealthy Dragon Force fans will be extremely happy right
it
now.
was a surprising release.
Yeah.
So you win this one.
Yeah,
You finally won.
Yeah, I feel fortunate and happy that I won, and now I own the Herman Li card, which is good. Because a 10 is a very rare score, Technique 10. That's
probably
fair, though.
the only 10 that we've given.
Yeah, it probably is in this.
Generally.
Oh. I feel like you scored this one, but it's a very high scorer throughout, so if you want to pick, you're going to lose whatever you do, so just go for it.
Riffs 8.
9.
Oh. Well, I've got Dave Baksh from Sum 41, Dave Brown sound.
See, my personal taste would be that I would switch the 9 and the 8 round, because Sum 41 for me, their riffs and their dual riffs are just so good. And he's an incredible, lead player as well.
Yeah.
Like, the solo to In Too Deep was actually what made me think, maybe I should try a little bit of that sort of stuff, you know? But yeah.
But they were the only band doing that kind of thing, weren't they? Like bringing in the leady kind of stuff with the at that time.
Yeah.
Or the only band doing it with like commercial success.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. There were some more sort of skate punky bands that did some pretty fast and twiddly solos.
Yeah.
And some pretty complex bass stuff as well. But in terms of the more popular bands, Blink never really did solos.
And within that specific pop punk
Yeah,
movement.
exactly. Newfound Glory were never really up for the solos, and Sum 41 were, but they grew up with thrash and Maiden, didn't they? Those were the gods that they praised. Well, I've got Mark Tremonti, and he is a high scorer across the board. Tone 9, Technique 9, Riffs 9, Influence 8, and that could have also been a 9, to be honest, couldn't it? Because, everything he's done, Creed, Tremonti, Alter Bridge,
I'd love to know how many Tremonti SEs and PRS Tremonti.
Yeah, that guitar as well. Yeah.
I picked one up for like £180, the SE, and it's just
That's a mad deal. Yeah.
Actually, I picked two up for £180 each.
Mark Tremonti is probably one of the sort of pedestal post-2000 guitar heroes, I would say. Consider him for if you're doing that Mount Rushmore thing of guitar players or whatever from post-2000, he might be on there.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's a good example of you can still take your playing to a completely new level.
Yeah.
At whatever point you're at, because as a guitarist in Creed, he was a good guitarist, but I think then he sort of spent a little bit of time away really, really working on his playing.
Yeah.
Working with people like Michelangelo Batio and a few others, Rusty Cooley, all these best of the best metal guitar players, and he just took his playing to a new level. And he came out with Alter Bridge, and it was like, wow.
Yeah. Such great riffs and such a great lead player and stuff, and
as a
so
songwriter,
many songs.
Yeah.
Very, very impressive.
And when you see him in interviews, he says he considers himself more as a songwriter than a guitar player.
Yeah. But him and Miles Kennedy together is that's a powerhouse of a
because
duo,
they're quite different as well. So.
Yeah.
Adds so much texture to what would maybe just be like another rock band. It adds like a new dimension. Have you seen his Frank Sinatra stuff?
No.
He does it's like another project that he does.
Oh yeah, I have seen that, like a big band sort of thing. Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah, but he can do it.
Yeah. So
I win again?
You win.
Yeah, Sum 41, we've done them a little bit dirty in a way, because for us personally, they're both legends.
For me, I think Mark Tremonti is probably one of my biggest influences as a guitar player.
Yeah, okay. For me, less so, but back in the day when I didn't really like Radiohead much, I knew that they were good, I just couldn't enjoy it. You know what I mean? It's you can tell it's good, but you just don't connect with it. I had that with a lot of the Tremonti stuff for a while, and I've started to get into it more, again, as I age for some reason.
Do you think it was the stigma of Creed that kind of...
Creed definitely had a stigma, and I instantly clicked a lot more once Miles Kennedy's vocals were on songs that Mark Tremonti was playing in, so it could have been that. But yeah, I should go back and look at the Creed stuff as well, because
I think there's definitely a connection there with the Alter Bridge stuff, because are you into Jeff Buckley and that kind of thing? Yeah, so I thought you might be, and they're massively into that.
Oh yeah, okay.
So it's not just out and out rock. So when you listen to the albums, I think that there's probably a lot of stuff on it that you enjoy.
Yeah, I'll do that then. Last card. You go.
I'm going to go Tone 8.
We're drawing, because I've got an 8 as well.
Then I'm going to go Riffs 8.
We're drawing again, because I've got Riffs 8.
Then I'm going to go Influence 7.
Well, I've also got influence 7.
Do we have the
Could we
same
have a
card?
matching card? Technique.
Technique
It all comes down to this.
7.
9.
Who have you got?
I've got Sinister Gates from Avenged Sevenfold.
Okay. So I graded this one and you graded this one.
So I grade worse than you in general. I think we've seen that throughout the game that we've
But this
played,
is a
to be honest
guitarist that
with
you know really well, and this is a guitarist that I know really well.
Yeah,
so.
okay. So who have you got?
I got John Frusciante,
John Frusciante. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Interesting.
which is again like a player that I've never really got into myself, but
Yeah.
I know like he's held in such a high regard.
Yeah, he's probably another Mount Rushmore candidate, I think, for... I mean, he's not just post-2000s, but he's just like...
Yeah, he crosses
so
that kind
highly
of,
influential, yeah. And, you know, comparing him to Sinister Gates from Avenged Sevenfold...
Yeah, it's such a weird thing to
it's
do.
apples to oranges, for sure, but, like, Frusciante is on many levels, like... I don't want to say a level above, but you know what I mean, right? In terms of his standing and the band's global popularity and the legendary songs that they have that cross over into pop and are played on radio everywhere, and just for Strat guys. Him and Mayer are kind of the two, aren't they?
100%, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, he's the player that sort of made guitar solos cool again.
Yeah.
Sinister Gates.
Yeah, and he's an incredible lead player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, because before that, it was you just didn't play solos really within that kind of music, and then he just brought it in. And was like, they were having songs played on MTV with like 2-minute solos in 2006, and you weren't getting things like that at that point.
Yeah.
And as a player, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, they broke a lot of boundaries back in the day, and their first albums with the Rev on drums and stuff, like the Rev did a lot of the songwriting, didn't they?
Yeah.
And
so they had just like a band between them where they did like this. I think it was called Pinkly Smooth, and it was really kind of crazy music.
Yeah,
it was just you listen to it, you're like, but how do people even come up with this kind of stuff?
Yeah, incredible musicianship, but yeah, I think. Did I just win that, or did you just win?
You won that one because
wait, Sinister Gates beat Frusciante
on technique. Would you disagree with that?
Wow. It's again considering the fact that get him playing like a shreddy solo, and I don't know if John Frusciante can play that kind of thing. I assume he probably can.
But he went to, I think, Berkeley or somewhere. He's like he's a he's a real, like, he can play jazz. He's into gypsy jazz.
Yeah.
So I've got a feeling that anything that John Frusciante can do, he can probably
he can play it faster.
Yeah.
Frusciante, like for me as well, like it actually speaks about how good his technique is, but I regard him as being such a kind of in the pocket but loose, groovy sort of a player.
Yeah.
When you think about riffs like Can't Stop and stuff as well, though, they're surprisingly simple on top, but if you dig down and you work out what he's doing in regards to like playing and muting 5 of the 6 strings with every note and stuff, it's actually quite hard.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
Stuff like that, and he has a lot of complex songs, and he'll do a lot of complex finger picking sort of stuff as well, and with his solo stuff there is a lot of great technique on display, but I'm happy to give Sinister the win just in the context of this. But
yeah,
Frusciante is kind of like a top trump card in a way as well.
Are you a Chili Peppers fan?
Not massively, I got to say, but again, I'm getting into them more as I get older, and I watch a lot of live music on YouTube. I like to watch, professionally produced and soundboarded concerts, and recently I've been watching the Live at Slane Castle gig a lot. And when they come out and do like Around the World and songs like that, you've got Frusciante, then you've got Flea on bass, and you've got Chad on the drums, and like that rhythm section is also just so good, so funky, and like so. When it comes to the albums, I think I was oversaturated with Californication, and I didn't really listen to anything before that from them. And that put me off them for a while, and now I'm getting into them again.
Yeah, the only album I'm really familiar with is Californication.
Californication, yeah.
And because Blood, Sex, Sugar Magic is the one before that, isn't it? The one that everybody holds as like that's the one.
Yeah.
But I've never really listened to that.
Yeah. Was that even Frusciante, or was that Hillel Slovak, the other one? I don't even know. That's how little I kind of am into their sort of discography. But
was Dave Navarro before or after that?
I think he might have been before Frusciante came back, I think. But I'm not sure. Chili Peppers fans can correct us on this. But if you want, stick a link to that Slane Castle performance.
Yeah, I will do.
And watch it, because it's so good. Like the power that they have as a band. Even watching it through the screen, stick some headphones on, and it's
check it out. I'll put a link in the description.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
We know you've won.
Yeah, but only by one.
I've got 6 cards, so
Yeah.
you've got 10, haven't
Yeah.
you? Yeah, I was pulling it back in the end.
You brought it back.
Yeah.
It was a close one.
It was a close fought battle, but I'll give it to you. I feel like you had a few more of the ones that just edged it in these categories, but it's hard, isn't it? And maybe some of you watching feel a little bit hard done by on some of them. If so,
Please let us know.
tell us what we got wrong, what we got right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was fun. We've got another one of these over on Rich's channel, which we looked at some Harley Benton guitars, so that was fun. And we've got a few cameo from Hennin, which I'm sure...
Slightly less so, but...
Yeah, you'll enjoy a bit less.
You can skip through that bit. I'll put timestamps in.
I'll put links to Rich's channel in the description, but I'm sure you already know Rich and his channel. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.